Have you ever heard of Die Glocke? I am talking about the powerful top-secret time machine that was allegedly created by the German Nazis toward the end of the Second World War.
This, some say, was the Wunderwaffe, the wonder weapon. A weapon so powerful, so exotic, that even in the last minutes of the war, as the Soviet army closed in on Poland, could have changed the whole course.
Die Glocke, Nazi secret space program. Few people were aware of it, since it remained a secret for many years. It was an anti-gravity UFO-like saucer craft that many believe could travel across time. This mysterious Nazi bell is known to have served several purposes, including helping the Third Reich reach space, visit the Moon and Mars, and even distant star systems. This is purportedly possible through the unexplainable UFO-like gravity-defying propulsion system, a cutting-edge technology not available to the masses. The development of this technology was ordered by Adolf Hitler and would play as an essential part in the secret space program initiated by the Nazis. When Hitler noticed that the walls were starting to close on him, he pumped even more resources and manpower into his Wunderwaffe, or wonder weapons, to accelerate the process.
There's a great deal of evidence that suggests that the scientists, including Hermann Oberth and Wernher von Braun and others, were working on a bell-shaped craft that was electromagnetic in its propulsion system.
This was all in an attempt to radically change the course of the war. This weapon is the Die Glocke, the bell, and was part of the long list of Wunderwaffen that the Nazis developed towards the end of World War II. After more than 15 years of researching archives in different countries, Igor Witkowski, a Polish journalist and author specializing in the military technology and history of World War II, published Prawda o Wunderwaffe, a book that discussed Die Glocke at length. Prawda o Wunderwaffe would later become a huge success after British military journalist and author Nick Cook quoted him in his own book, The Hunt for Zero Point, Inside the Classified World of Anti-Gravity Technology.
The Germans worked on various, I would say, unconventional aerial systems or weapons to build some objects that were more or less circular. Vertical takeoff and landing crafts, for example.
It has since been reviewed by lots of writers and researchers. In fact, other writers like Joseph P. Farrell later associated it with Nazi occultism, anti-gravity, and free energy research. So, what did Igor Witkowski, Nick Cook, Joseph P. Farrell, and many other writers and researchers discovered of the discovery of Die Glocke through some transcripts from the Polish archives? He wouldn't have been able to access this document without one of his Polish intelligence contacts. Although he was not allowed to make copies of these documents, he was allowed to transcribe them. What he found in these transcripts shocked him. It was from an interrogation of a captured former Nazi SS officer, Jakob Sporenberg. Witkowski relates in his book the presence of a strange bell that measured 4.5 meters in height by 2.5 wide. Its shape is similar to that of a large bell. That is also where it got its name.
The external appearance of the bell was such that it was a ceramic cover, bell-shaped, which housed a kind of a core or axis around which rotated two cylinders around the same axis in opposite directions.
According to his description, it was made of an extremely durable metal alloy, covered with ceramic, and on the inside it housed two counter-rotating cylinders that contained a violet liquid with a consistency similar to that of mercury. The journalist identified this liquid as serum 525, and it was also stored in a 1-meter-long thermos capsule coated in lead. Other researchers added components such as light metals, Leichmetall, thorium, and beryllium peroxides, elements commonly used as fuel in nuclear reactors. From Cook's description, Die Glocke was revealed as a strong radiation-emitting craft. The radiation is released upon activation. And the effect? A bell-shaped machine capable of potentially destroying everything and everyone close to it. After all, it was designed to be able to pierce time and space. Scientists were reported to have suffered from a very terrible case of vertigo. They would later die because the levels of radiation that the bell emitted when it was activated were just dangerously high.